Hey everyone, welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered with JerganJaze. It freaked me out when I started recording because there's like no audio going on with the game. Obviously the audio is working because when I do this it does a little boop thing, but it's always weird when I start off without music going on in the background because I know it's just my boring voice. Or maybe not so boring. I don't know. I don't really feel about it any certain kind of way. I don't know why I said it. It was boring and was self-deprecating. Anyway, that really doesn't have a place here. Yeah, we kind of last episode we made up with, or not made up, but maybe made up, made amends with Saber, and have kind of come to a new understanding between her and Shirou, and so now they're gonna kind of fight alongside each other as partners, and so she's kind of respecting him, I think, a little bit more because of it, and they're on a better standing. I don't honestly remember too much more of what happened last episode, so we'll just jump into it and see where we're at. If that is Master's command, or I think this is Saber. If that is Master's command, I will obey. Yeah, I don't think anybody else is calling Shirou Master. Find Shinji? Well, I don't really have a problem with that, but you're saying this because you think you have a chance at winning, right? It's after breakfast. That's Tohsaka's immediate response when I say we can't just let Shinji remain on the run. You're asking about my chances of beating Shinji? That's right. I'll be honest here, if you're planning on going up against a master without a hope of winning, I'm gonna die laughing. Well, geez, I feel love and support all across my heart, Rin. You're really making me feel good. Crap. Now that she mentions it, I've really only thought about stopping Shinji. I haven't given much thought to the details, or any what? Amiya? Are you serious? Sorry, laugh all you want. Oh, wow. Sorry, that's really not funny. That reaction makes it clear just how stupid I'm being. I want to curl up into a little ball and hide. So, I will say this is some development on his end, because used to before he didn't, like, admit that he was making some bad decisions. He was just like, no, I'm perfectly fine and capable as is. I mean, not super egotistical, but a little bit of an ego was there. And kind of once his mind was set in stone. So it's good to see that he's had a little bit of a change of heart, even in this regard too. Saber, your master is talking nonsense. So what do you think? Do you have a problem with fighting Ryder? I have no qualms about fighting Ryder. I have already assessed her strength. And I believe Shirou has also gauged her abilities. He confronted her directly as well. Oh, really? So Shirou knows how strong she is too? Yeah, it's stronger than Shirou. That's just about every servant. I don't know of a servant that wouldn't be stronger than me. Tohsaka looks my way, her eyes curious. She obviously wants to know about how strong Ryder is. It's like if a 5 was asked, like, to gauge the power difference between a 100, a 101, and a 102, he'd be like, I have no clue. They all just look stupid strong. True, I do have something of an assessment. Maybe it's because I've formed a contract with a servant. Or maybe it's the power of the command spells. She may not be my servant, but I have some understanding of her abilities since I've seen her fight. Ryder wasn't an especially strong servant. Ryder isn't as strong as Saber. If they fight one-on-one, I don't see Saber losing. We really don't know about the Noble Phantasm. I mean, all we know is that the Noble Phantasm took them away, but that's still a pretty big ace. I see. So you do have a chance of winning. Shinji's not a mage, so Ryder can't get any support from her master, so it'll come down to a duel between Saber and Ryder. ... Tohsaka's right. As long as Shinji's a master, Ryder has to fight on her own. Saber shouldn't be at a disadvantage, but... That is true. Well, no, it seemed like Shinji was doing a bit of magic, like he was doing the whole like shadow claws from the floor thing coming at us. He did that whole spell. He did seem very freaked out whenever we got close to him, so it would likely be a 2-on-1 with it being Shirou and Saber versus Ryder. Why the long face? Is there a problem? Yeah, listen, Tohsaka, I've been needing to tell you this. I go into your room at night and I poop on your mattress. Even though Saber had Ryder cornered, and Saber is way superior in combat, Ryder managed to escape with Shinji. I think it was Ryder's Noble Phantasm, the arrow of light that tore through the hallway. If Saber hadn't shoved me to the ground, that wave of destruction would have completely annihilated me. If that was Ryder's ace in the hole, we shouldn't take her lightly, even if she is weaker. Yeah, she's weaker on a moment-to-moment basis, but not, like, at the peak of her power. Granted, I don't even know if we've really seen Saber's peak. But, I don't know. It's hard to gauge that. So that means Ryder is one of those types whose Noble Phantasm is more powerful than the servant itself? So, Saber, Shirou aside, you must have been able to tell what Ryder's Noble Phantasm was, right? You should have some idea since it was deployed in front of you. Yeah, I don't think she does. I must apologize. I was so intent on protecting Shirou, I was not able to determine what it was. Had I taken the time to do so, Shirou and I would have been caught up in it. Fair. I'd rather be alive and not knowing than dead and know. Caught up in it? Is Ryder's Noble Phantasm a projectile? I think it's more of like a charge, since they disappear after the fact. Maybe she summoned, because she is Ryder. I don't know if she would summon like some sort of steed to ride on or something to like transport her away. It certainly seemed close to one, similar to one. It can likely be classified as something close to your magecraft. That was not an anti-personal Noble Phantasm, like my sword or Lancer spear. It's close to my magecraft? That doesn't sound right. Your magic resistance is god tier. Modern magecraft just can't hurt you. If there was magecraft you actually needed to avoid, it would be... Hi. Yes. Mystics would have to be nullified even with stronger mystics. With even stronger mystics. The only type of mystics that can penetrate my armor would be what you call true magic, or phantasmals of the divine realm. Oh gosh, more exposition. Here we go. I mean, I do and I don't like the exposition. I'm just kind of like, all right, let's get the plot started. Let's roll. True magician? Are you trying to say that Ryder is a mage? I mean, also for her, did not feel. Well, then how did they get the bounded field set up? Because Shirou doesn't know magecraft. It would have had to have been Ryder, I feel like, to have done that. No, I did not feel that much magical energy from her. Yeah, I'm still unsure about the whole bounded field thing. She is Ryder. If there is a true magician around, it could only be Caster. Ryder's Noble Phantasm is likely something different. Saber's answer gets a sigh of relief from Tohsaka. I don't quite get what's going on, though. Saber, is your armor that strong? You say only true magic can penetrate it, so does that mean Lancer's Gabolg is true magic? Yes, you're right. Lancer's Gabolg is a curse, close in power to true magic. Rin, would you care to explain this to Shirou? Oh boy. Buckle up for the next 20 minutes of explanations, everybody. Me? Well, fine. Let's just cut to the chase. You believe Saber can only be injured by true magic, right? I don't even know what true magic is. Well, that's not what I'm saying. But I just thought it was amazing that her armor's that strong. Only a gay bolsh can penetrate it. Of course it's amazing. All servants are heroic spirits, not just Saber. You know, they're spirits, so they can't be harmed by ordinary means, since servants themselves are mystics. Only fellow servants, since they're also heroic spirits, can physically harm other servants. On the flip side, so long as we're dealing with a servant, they could wound Saber even if they grab something like a paper cutter. So what you're saying is that Saber's armor isn't invulnerable when she's dealing with another servant. Yep, but Saber is skilled at close combat, so there's no way she'd be wounded in hand-to-hand combat. The only other method would be to attack her from a distance. Form? Her form? Typo. From a long distance, like with a magecraft projectile, but Saber has, despite being a knight, remarkable magic resistance, so she can deflect most magecraft. Curses, the epitome of bad luck, can't touch her, while more direct intervention, like firing magical energy at her like arrows, also won't work. If someone wants to defeat Saber, they'll have to fight her head-on and beat her that way. Please don't take away my dialogue. Saber listened silently to Tosaka's explanation. Saber never interrupts her, probably because everything Tosaka's saying is true. Almost like she's an experienced mage or something. What the heck? That's like cheating! Someone would try to go up against Saber with magecraft because they can't beat her in a single combat? But if magecraft itself is useless against her, what can they do? That sounds unfair. Why are you complaining about us having the advantage? That may be true, but it doesn't mean Saber is unbeatable in hand-to-hand combat. Berserk, I noticed the little anger marks form after she said that. Berserker is much stronger than Saber, and even Lancer has a spear which can be fatal. And we were just talking about Rider having a Noble Phantasm that could beat even Saber, so we're not saying Saber is perfect. Even we have ways to defeat Saber. We just need to use magecraft that exceeds Saber's magic resistance, or borrow a weapon wielded by a servant to cut her head off while she's sleeping. Geez, I'm really planning ahead, aren't we? Servants' weapons are spiritual too, so they should be able to hurt her. It's gonna be really sad when they eventually have to fight each other. I mean, I'm guessing that's what it's gonna boil it down to, but I may be wrong. Maybe Rin and Archer will, like, die and we'll get really mad and avenge them or something. It's an alarming example, but I get it. Wait, but hold on, Tosaka. We probably shouldn't be talking about things like this in front of Saber. I see. Please tell us more ways of how Saber can die right in front of her so she can get even more uncomfortable and frustrated. So it's not that Rider's Noble Phantasm was exceptional. Saber just went on the defensive because it was a servant that was attacking. You got it wrong. If Saber was focusing on defending, Rider wouldn't be able to finish her off. If Rider isn't a particularly exceptional heroic spirit, it wouldn't amount to much, even with her Noble Phantasm in the mix. Do you agree, Saber? You think Rider's Noble Phantasm is unrelated to her abilities, right? Most likely, yes. I believe it was an autonomous weapon that does not rely on Rider's skill, and that it has an effect on the Noble Phantasm itself. It is either magecraft or phantasmal. Whatever it is, the intensity from the magic circle was overwhelming. I do not think many servants could survive a direct strike. Really? By how much quantifiably? That's a mouthful. I don't think, I know what quantifiably means, but I don't think I've ever had to say that word out loud in my life. If I were to describe it in your terms, I would rank it at perhaps A+. This is a matter of opinion, though, as I'm not certain. A+? That's one step below true magic. Whoa, I can't believe it. didn't just blow the entire school to bits. It must not be purely destructive, Noble Phantasm. It may have originally served a different purpose. Yeah, aren't... all of their Noble Phantasms are related to their previous identity, right? It's not just like a random... Here you go, this would be a cool ability for someone to have. Maybe, but this is a problem. According to Saber, it's beyond an A rank. In terms of raw power, that attack might be one of the strongest out of all the servants. Yes, it did seem like it was a Noble Phantasm that excels in both offense and defense. However, my Noble Phantasm is more... Saber's face is indecipherable. Are you saying you're stronger? Is that what you're trying to say? Huh? I don't know what just happened. Saber doesn't look amused. Saber? Did Tohsaka's... What is this? What are you... Who typed this? Did Tohsaka say something that worries you? Oh no, it's nothing. But I do believe it is inappropriate for a knight to ask another for their opinion of who is stronger. She's acting strange. Maybe she's thinking now that she might be bested, or she's still, like, not willing to fully relay the information around her Noble Phantasm because she's not wanting to give away her identity? I don't know. Saber seems embarrassed by her own actions and starts to mutter under her own breath. Well, whatever. By the way, I thought I heard you say something weird. Something about Saber and Lancer being anti-personnel or something. Do you mean an anti-personnel, Noble Phantasm? Well, it is what the word suggests. My invisible air and Lancer's gay bulge, I didn't realize invisible air was the name of hers, are armaments that are strictly used to defeat people. So, other Noble Phantasms could be like, I don't know, like a support type spell, like I'm just making myself stronger. It's not necessarily, here's this very direct damage that is being dealt to you. It's just, I'm just doing stuff for me, or doing stuff that might affect the area around us, kind of a thing. No matter how powerful the magical energy or curse it may possess, it cannot be used against something else. Well, I guess that makes sense. Saber's invisible sword is definitely useful in battle, but that's only effective against people. If you chop firewood with Saber's sword, whether you can see the blade or not isn't going to affect how quickly you can chop wood. It's the same with Lancer's gay bulge. Even a cursed spear that allows strikes to the heart is just a sharp spear if you used it against a boulder or a house. I see. So that's why it's called an anti-personnel Noble Phantasm. Please explain 5 more things for me really quickly. Exposit more and more. Let's never move on from this moment. Never move the plot forward. Which means the writer's Noble Phantasm is... It would be an anti-army Noble Phantasm. Oh, because it has a very large area of effect. Actually, I heard from my father about this once. Certain Noble Phantasms are designated anti-personnel, and others as anti-army. Are there no other distinctions? The simple way to understand it is this. An anti-personnel Noble Phantasm is like a gun with unlimited ammo. But an anti-army Noble Phantasm is like a missile you can only launch once. Rider's Noble Phantasm may be powerful, but it probably has limited uses. At the very least, it doesn't generate a continuous effect like Saber's sword being invisible. What? 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 Bada boop, bada boop, bada boop, ba. Hold on a minute. Obviously, I can't continue that for, obvious copyright reasons, because YouTube's algorithm is definitely going to be able to piece together that was Macklemore's thrift shop. A gun versus a missile. There's no contest. Sure, Saber's invisible sword is awesome, but if she goes up against a ridiculous Noble Phantasm like that, she'll be dead before she can even swing her sword. So, well, maybe, because she can't just use it unlimited, as you said. We lure her to use it, and then we kill her. So you're saying that if we're going to fight Ryder, we need to defeat her before she deploys her Noble Phantasm. Or after, and we just dodge, like we did today. Most likely, you've got no chance if it becomes a battle of Noble Phantasms. If you're going to find Ryder and Shinji, you should at least keep that in mind. The biggest requirement is for you to defeat Ryder before she deploys her Noble Phantasm. The longer you draw out the fight, the more of a disadvantage you'll be at. Or you can defeat Ryder's master while I battle Ryder. He's not able to fight, so that might be the better plan. So that's what we've come up with. Since we have no strategy to deal with Ryder's Noble Phantasm, we just need to defeat Ryder before she uses it. Or Ryder's master, because then she's not obligated to kill us anymore. Whatever. Noble Phantasms other servants have, we still don't want to have to deal with Ryder's. Thanks for the warning, Tohsaka. We're going to find Shinji. But what do you want to do, Tohsaka? Will you stay and watch the house? We're going to find Shinji and tell him to get in the Ava. Well, if you'd insisted, we could have come with you to look for Shinji, but I'll pass. Ryder isn't the only enemy. We can't forget that we teamed up initially to beat Berserker. Oh wait, that was... Okay, she was still talking the same line. My bad. Why is there no quotes? Why is there no quote? There is an end quote at the end of pass. Why is there no start quote? Why? What? Why? Oh. Translators, do better. Sorry. They have a lot to translate, obviously. So while you're out pursuing Shinji, I have something else to do. Tohsaka stands up with a frosty smile. I'm getting our engagement ring. Bye-bye. See you. I look forward to hearing some good news. Saber and I head out together, leaving Tohsaka at home. It's 7:30 in the morning. The hilly road is extremely quiet. The road is usually packed with students going to school, but there aren't that many people around today. I heard the school will be closed for a while. There may not have been any deaths, but a majority of students will still be bedbound. Their symptoms are likely like severe malnutrition, so it should be a few days before they're up and around. But those are the lucky ones. What do you mean? What were the unlucky ones? There are still some whose injuries will last a lifetime. They get maimed or something? I hear Taiga was among those sent to the hospital. Do you need to go visit her, Shirou? Yeah, I hear Fujine is just fatigued. I was told not to worry about her and to just study at home. Before we left, I phoned the Fujimura house and asked how Fujine was doing. I want to go visit, but I need to hold off for now. Also, the more you interact with people out in public, I feel like the more targets on people's backs you're possibly causing for other masters to target. Granted, they're not supposed to, but, you know, that didn't prevent Shinji from doing his thing. Oh, so you are going to concentrate on investigating. That is fine, but do you have any leads? I can sense the presence of servants, but only when they are nearby. Unless you have a lead of some kind, it will be difficult to locate them. Should we just go to Shinji's house? Be a great start? Yeah, it'd be hard if Shinji were just sitting around doing nothing, but I know him. I don't see him just keeping quiet after what happened yesterday. Shinji's not the type to just sit back and take a beating. He loves getting beat. Oh, that boy. So you believe Ryder's master plans to create another bounded field? No doubt about it. He's like me. He can't provide his servant with magical energy. If Shinji wants to get revenge on me, he'll need a lot of magical energy. Which means it might not be so hard to find him. Let's just go to other populated areas. Basically. So rather than looking for Ryder's master, we are going to look for a bounded field. Yeah, We may not be able to detect the master, but we should be able to detect a bounded field of that scale, and we'll be able to pinpoint the site too. We just need to find a big building that draws a large crowd. Like a McDonald's! That's such a huge building, a mansion practically. So many people are flocking in and out of there, all times of the day. This is a surprise. That is brilliant, Shirou. I do have a brain, you know, I just don't use it very often. If I wasn't confident about finding them, I wouldn't be saying this. Yeah, I'm confident. Question mark. The bounded field is one thing, but there's a point to us walking around like this too. Shinji probably can't leave me alone any more than I can leave him alone. Oh, so he's probably out trying to find us too, so if we were just sitting tight, he'd probably find us. I head to Shinji's house just in case. Okay, thank you. I was hoping this would be where they would go. I have Saber check for Ryder's presence. She finds nothing. Well, Shinji's not the sort to just roll over and hide in his house after what's happened, as we've already said, but was good to check. Let's go. If Shinji's going to create a bounded field, it wouldn't be here. It'll be in Shinto. Let's check all the office buildings there. I call Saber over and turn to leave the Matou house. Shirou, this is Sakura's house, is it not? Since you are here, do not at least intend to say hello? I believe we may have enough time for that. I would like to see Sakura. I am worried about Sakura. According to Tohsaka, Sakura was just weakened, and luckily wasn't injured beyond that. Bro, Shinji was doing this with his sister in the building. I mean, I know he doesn't, frankly, give a crap about his sister, but... come on. If it were up to me, I'd like to see her and take care of her the way she's always taken care of me. Aw, make her some chicken noodle soup. Or, you don't probably do that in Japan, but... make her some soup. Good soup. Soup. But... good soup. But... sorry. I just wanted to say good soup over and over again. That was a meme. Holy crap, like 3.5 years ago? That's crazy. I won't do it. As long as the war is going, I shouldn't see her. I don't want to get her involved in any of this. Besides, I can't possibly face Sakura when I'm about to head out to fight her brother. Should the worst happen and I actually kill Shinji, I'll never be able to face her again. I shouldn't leave any loose ends like that. It's best for me, and I'm sure it's best for Sakura too. We check every building we find. Of course, we start with the big ones, but so far, nothing. I wipe the sweat from my brow and force my leaden limbs to keep moving. Oh, I kind of was reading that stuff, but I didn't really recognize what was happening. Y'all do that? I do that all the time. Oh, whoa. I should can't possibly face Sakura. Oh, so we just backed out of it. Okay. Try to calm my labored breathing by just taking a moment to rest. Oh, Shirou, is there something that Shirou, this way. I will give you the juice of life. I don't know what the juice of life is, but I shall find it. There's a fountain of youth right over here. Follow me. Hold it. This is the park. There's still buildings we haven't looked. Please, let that matter wait a moment. This is far more important. Something must have caught her attention. Saber's tone is stern, and she pulls me toward the park. Did she spot someone? Hey, Saber, what's going on? Why are we here? There's nothing here. Even you know that. Please, just sit on this bench. I will hear what you have to say once you have done so. Saber's intense about this, so I reluctantly sit down. And then... a fireball blasts her out of the sky. The game ends. Roll credits. For a moment, I almost feel faint. Huh? I hold my head with one hand. My forehead is damp with sweat, and my breathing is labored even though I'm sitting down. Hey, wait a minute. Why would I be sweating like this in the dead of winter? This is weird. I don't know why I'm so exhausted. Maybe we walked into a bounded field that just naturally, like, slowly saps energy away from people that are in it instead of more aggressive, like the last one we encountered. As soon as I say that, I realize what's going on. I'm not exhausted. My wounds haven't completely healed, so they're tingling. So they opened up. Nah. This isn't real. No matter how much I try, I can't get my breathing under control. My body feels heavy, and my legs refuse to take my weight. I see you have finally realized your condition, Shirou. Saber is mad. I don't blame her. I was the one who suggested searching for Shinji, but here I am, sitting on a bench. I mean, I thought you were all good. I thought wounds were no more. Sorry, I'll get up soon. Just give me a moment. I'm just gonna grunt really hard and heal myself somehow because of it. This is not what I'm trying to point out. Nothing seems to get through to you. Huh? I can see that Saber's mad. What I don't understand is why. Hey, Saber, you need to be clear with me, or else I won't know what you're trying to get at. If you do not know, there is no point telling you. Please just sit here, Shirou. If you will not rest on your own, then I shall join you. Saber sits right next to me. The bench is not that big. Saber is sitting close enough to me that our shoulders might touch if one of us leans even a little. Oh! Just gets a nosebleed immediately. Dude, calm down. It's just a shoulder touch. You'll be okay, I promise. She's not flirting. Hey, wait, Saber. Before we touch shoulders more, we don't have time to rest. We didn't come here to play around. We are indeed not here to simply loiter. Even in battle you must rest. If you have a grievance, I suggest you air it after you've caught your breath. Well, you tell me to catch my breath, but... Sure, I'm totally worn out and I can barely breathe. We should definitely press on, but having her so close makes my heart go absolutely crazy, and... Have you never... You're around Sakura and Fujine all the time. And Rin now too. Calm yourself, sir. Have you never had a female friend? You have had a female friend. I just said Sakura. I don't know what your deal is. Shirou, are you listening to me? You have been pushing yourself the whole time. What you must do now is try to loosen up and calm down. You cannot rest properly if you continue on, distracted as you are. Yeah, but... If she wants me to be calm, it'd really help if she kept her distance. I don't know how Saber feels, but I can't help but see her as a girl around my own age. Yeah, she obviously thinks not that in the slightest. Well, she may actually be younger, but she's still a girl. It's crazy to think of Saber as being younger. I think she's, like, I don't know, in my head, just because she seems so mature, she feels older. And plus, she's beyond beautiful. Oh, look into her eyes, her green eyes. Oh, no guy could stay calm this close to her. And I'm certainly no exception. How do you know no guy can be calm close to her? Have you ever seen other men this close to her? Shirou, is it my imagination? Or are you even paler than before? No, the blood's not rushing anywhere. No, don't look at me. No. I'm not flustered or anything like that, Baka. Now, who's being the tsundere? If you say so, but perhaps you should lie down. Is there a place to lie down around here? I swear, if she's like, my lap is available. Saber looks around. Oh, what are the odds of there just being some random dude lying across a nearby bench using his girlfriend's lap as a pillow in a park that's usually deserted? Yes! Give me this moment! I just find this moment cute more than anything. ... And Saber glances at the pair of lovebirds. She's obviously thinking, Shirou, if you do not feel well, then you should lie. I'm fine! No, no! I won't touch your legs. I just need to sit here for a minute, and I'll get better. Don't you worry about me. Nope, no worrying about me. Just leave me alone. Alright, dude. I turn away from Saber and close my eyes. Nothing to keep our eyes from locking. Anything, not nothing. ... Think calming thoughts, Shirou. Alright, we'll see how this continues to pay it out in the next episode. See you guys later. Hope y'all having a good day. Bye!